want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boiling up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise.
Welcome to what is quite possibly the greatest console sim racing league podcast in the world.
I love that lady.
What's up, everybody? I'm having a really bad internet connection, so I need to hurry up and speak before I get cut out again. But anyway, welcome to We Suck at ACC episode 16.
16.
Let's
16,
go.
yes. Sweet 16.
So we're going really good. We're a little bit light today. Everybody actually is gainfully employed.
Uh-oh. Larry
But we
is
got
gone.
a guest.
There he's back.
Am I here now? Dude,
You're here, yay.
Everything. Oh, man. So do I need to repeat any of that, or are we good?
No, you're good. Let's go.
Sweet. All right. So we'll see how this goes, but my internet's been absolutely terrible. So we have a guest today. We might as well bring him on because we're really light.
Yeah.
How would you describe this guy in one word?
Oh, man. Well, I always say fast. Yeah, I don't. It's hard. I can't really ever. Everybody's always faster than me, so I always just say fast.
I would say scrotum. All right, let's
Oh.
bring him on in then, shall we? Let's bring him in. It's balls. All three types of plums.
Yeah.
The world's shortest
I don't-
applause there too.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. It was a
Oh,
quick
I
little
did, don't
applause. I
you?
just hit the button. Yeah.
I like it.
Now, welcome, Josh. I believe is your real name.
No, we
Mr.
don't do
Josh.
government names yet, Larry.
Yeah.
Josh, well,
Yeah.
it's in the comments, so I feel like we can do
Yeah,
it.
true.
It's actually we've got your copy of your ID that you sent in that we can share as well. So welcome,
Security.
Mr. Plums Balls.
All the things.
We got Grays here on the usual. I forgot Grays there. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit scattered, as you can see. Grays has been laughing at me with balls
It's
before
great.
the
I love
thing
it.
we go live. I'm a little bit scattered today, a little bit tired. We have some drawings of you, Mr. Balls. Would you like to see? Grace, I'll do you the honor
Oh.
of picking who goes first.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So I didn't know where you lived, and Larry just told me you live in South Africa. So I drew South
He's from
Africa.
South
There's
Africa.
there's you, and it is a ball. And then there's like what I think is in South Africa, which is like giraffes and
Sure.
a lion and
Is that a goose?
pterodactyl. It's a pterodactyl.
Okay.
You guys have dinosaurs there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually,
Yeah,
I thought
but
that was
that's-
a pretty good.
That's you. That's you scared because the
Heavy.
lion's jumping on you're one of those little safari jeeps. I don't know.
Yep.
That's what I think of in America.
That
I
I
was
would be
actually-
shitting myself. Yeah.
I was about to compliment you on the pelican you drew, but it was a really
Yes.
shitty pterodactyl instead.
It's a pterodactyl.
It's a decent looking. It's a decent looking one. Did you ever see that meme that went around back in the day when the internet was much more simple, where someone said, "Did you know tigers or lions can jump 60 feet?" And someone was like, "You mean leap? Leap? Can you fucking imagine if a lion could jump 60 foot in the air?" That one always cracked me up. All right.
60 foot vertical.
Sorry, hang on.
Yeah.
This is. I just want to put that up before we go.
Oh my God.
Beard
That's-
and all.
It looks very. I got the mustache. Got the eyebrows are a little bit heavy,
thought-
but
I'm going to
Yeah.
need you to send me a version of that that's not 3 pixels, please.
Yeah.
oh, was that?
No,
am I
it
really
looked-
sad?
It didn't look that bad. Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah. That's good. I think it looks nice.
I feel like that makes me look French. somehow. I don't know how to explain it.
It's the mustache.
Face on that set of balls
Yeah.
looks very French.
They they smell. I heard somebody say that in the chat earlier today
They
about the
smell
French.
That was me, actually. It was. Isn't that what they do? I feel like
Yeah.
they like the British and the French have in common bad teeth, and they smell.
Yep. And they
Come on, fight me in the
But
comments.
not,
Anyone,
but not
let's
the
do it.
Belgians and the Germans we were talking about, right? Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the Belgians, they're just that friend that like, oh, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you, man? And then you just go on forgetting about them for the next 6 months, and then
Yeah,
you
that was
remember
kind of.
that
I was
Belgium
like,
exists again.
it's just like a hanger on. Like they're just like that person. They're like an extra in like a movie that just shows up every once in a while and hangs out on the couch in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just like, hey, France, hey, Germany, hey, look at us big
Yeah.
Europeans, and they're like, okay, little fella, you go get us some drinks,
all right.
you know.
Yeah.
It's,
Let's build some
so,
proper roads, and then we can talk.
Yeah.
welcome, balls. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
welcome
Hey,
to
welcome.
our podcast. We want to get to know you a little better. We're not doing internet names apparently or legal names, as we said, but let's start with you have a silly accent just like me. Talk to us about the origin of said accent. And
Yes,
how did you end up getting here into the States?
So I grew up in South Africa. I never actually lived in one place more than 4 years, so we were kind of hopping around a lot growing up, but all around different parts of Southern Africa. And then I went to high school at an international high school, where basically if you graduated, you got scholarships to move to the US. So
Oh, wow.
I had a free ride to come to a college in Iowa. I had no idea where Iowa was until I'd lived here for 2 months. I just kind of got on a plane, said, fuck it, we'll figure it out. Met my now wife freshman year, and here I am.
That's the most American,
amazing.
sorry, the most South African, New Zealand, Australian attitude, right? It's like, give us me jandals, bro. We'll be cool in the chili bin, you know? We'll just figure it out.
Can you imagine, though, like, little kid from rural Southern Africa landing in Chicago at the airport? I was like, fucking, this is sick. This is America, big city. Let's go. Get on my next plane. And suddenly I'm in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Iowa. There's nothing but corn. The entire airport was one hangar. That was it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
That's-
going to be murdered.
Yeah. That's crazy. My son. You still live in Iowa?
Yeah.
Oh, my son went to college there in Iowa at Waldorf University in Forest City. Yeah, it's the middle of nowhere. It's like
Yeah.
it's what you would call a place called Forest City. It's corn and yeah, that's about it. Stuff like that.
What was your biggest
Forest City,
culture
but no
shock, Moles?
This
What was your biggest culture shock in that?
is gonna sound. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough
Trying
one
to get
because
rid
like
of the racist ones? Yeah.
right. Well, that's like one of. I mean, it was like the first time in my life there was more white people around me than not white people. So it was like it was weird.
Oh, yeah.
Mine
Mine was race related too. The first
Sure.
time we landed in LA, because Australia has a massive, Asia, Japanese, Chinese, like we have a culture there, right? And they all sound either Asian or Australian. And the first time we landed, we got off the plane in LA to get on my flight to New York City, and a lady of, I think she was Korean, if I remember correctly, full blown American accent. And I just remember being like, what is this?
What the hell?
Like what the fuck is going on here? Like, it blew my mind. Like, I was like, that's not white, right? Jesus Christ.
All right.
That's not right. Yes,
all
calm
right.
it down.
All right.
So no, it was very strange to me.
Let's
But
bring
the
it
other
down a
one
notch.
was, we had that wave first, and now this. But the other one was just like, this place was just, what was it that there was that car dealership in LA that was like
It's like 40,000 vehicles.
50 acres or something
Yeah.
stupid like that. Like,
That I
It was
will
wild
say,
to me.
one of the things I remember distinctly freaking me out was how many fucking billboards were. You can't drive down a road without seeing a billboard, which was brand
and
new.
for nothing big too. It's
Yeah.
not even like, oh, here's a billboard for Walmart. It's like, here's Larry's luxury anus waxing. Like call Larry if you get your butt waxed. Like, people have billboards here for everything.
Well,
they
again,
don't have
I landed in
billboards?
Chicago. Like that was my first American experience was in Chicago, and anyone who's been to Chicago knows there's billboards fucking everywhere. And I'll never forget driving around, and every third billboard, there's this one dude in Chicago who's rented out like a third of the billboards in Chicago just for like hair replacement products. And I remember driving around thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Are people losing hair this badly that like 60% are fucking hair loss billboards?
And
Yeah,
also, billboards are buses here, and
lawyers,
buses are billboards. It's
Yes,
it's wild.
yeah.
Freaked me out. Anyway.
And the last one I want to give up. What about medication advertisements? Hey, are you suffering from hair loss? Take this. And then it was the disclaimers that get you. It's like, may cause
20
cancer, may
seconds
cause
ad,
your
30
balls to
seconds
fall
to
off, may do this. It's so funny. Sweet. So you live in Iowa now, as they call it,
Yes, sir.
where I'm from.
Iowa.
Married, children?
No children.
No children? Dogs, pets, anything?
I have a 100-pound white German Shepherd.
Nice.
So I cannot wear any
I thought
clothing.
we weren't doing the
for-
race then, right? Just
Yeah.
a white German
Just Kevin.
Shepherd? You just,
Isn't that called
Yeah,
a
all
husky?
white.
No.
It's
an Alsatian.
so purebred German Shepherd, but every recessive gene.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
that's wild. A white one. That's like some
Is
Game
that,
of
a,
Thrones
is that a
shit.
risk of like blindness and stuff? I know a lot of times when there's a white dog, it's like a risk of like having genetic issues.
If there are, I haven't.
Oh.
We haven't been told about that, but
No.
as far
I'm
as we can
glad
tell, he's
everything's
just
good
a German
yeah.
Shepherd who's just all white fur, and he's not albino.
Wow.
He's just all white. It's a good looking
Cool.
dog.
That's
Absolutely.
cool. Yeah.
So you've missed a few races with us due to weekend work and stuff like that. What is
Yes,
it
sir.
that you do that pulls you away so often?
So I'm a videographer and photographer. So I work with a lot of companies doing ads, social media, whenever they have events, that kind of stuff. So I'll get called
Any
at the last
billboards?
minute to go out. What was that?
Any billboards?
Unfortunately,
No?
yes. Despite
Yeah. Awesome.
despite my earlier conversation, yes, a couple of billboards.
That's awesome.
But I do it a little bit differently in that I only work with people on retainers. So I'll work with the same people
Oh,
on 3-year
nice.
contracts. So I'll have people call me out with 2 days notice on weekends to go out and, hey, we've got this event happening. Will you come take photos? That kind of thing. So I've had a couple of run-ins that just didn't work out very well. But my hope is that now that winter's here, my weekends are not going to be as insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That would be fantastic. Well, is it seasonally affected a lot for you?
Oh, yeah.
The work? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, there you go.
People
So you
like
and Panda.
photos of the outside when it's green.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
there we go.
Wedding
Sweet.
season's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Weddings
I
are
would
big.
say
Yeah.
the last personal question would be: did you get it back home to South Africa much, or is it in your
I
past
actually
now?
haven't been back since 2019, so it's been a while. But
Yeah.
all of my family's been over here. They've all seen our house, met my wife's family. So, get to see the people, which is nice.
Yeah,
But
that's
just
awesome,
haven't-
man.
I'm not the one paying to travel.
Yeah,
That's a win.
for sure.
Because that's a hell of a flight, right? What is that like? What is that to the states?
It's
Do you go west to come here, or do you go east? You'd have to go
Yeah.
west, right?
east.
East of the Atlantic.
Well, yeah, from South Africa we go west. When I'm flying back, I go from here to Chicago to London to South Africa.
yeah,
So
that makes sense.
long,
That's What is that? What is that general trip?
30 hours. On
Yeah, it's
average.
wild.
Yeah, that's
it's about
wild.
the same to get to New York City for me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Sweet.
That's crazy.
All right. So before we kick off, before we kick off with your video, which you were kind enough to provide, talk to us about
yeah.
your racing pedigree
Yeah.
from childhood all the way to the racer that you are today.
So growing up, my dad wasn't like in love with dirt bikes. So we were always around like some kind of dirt bike as a kid. So I remember
Yep.
having burns and shit all down my leg. And like, I'll never forget, we got this one
Yeah.
bike where my brother and I must have been 10 years old. And my dad got us this 150cc dirt bike. And I'll never forget, we kept burning our legs on the fucking exhaust pipe because we couldn't get our legs not to touch the bike because it was too big. And so one day we got pissed off with it and we tried to fucking wrap the thing in duct tape, hoping it would insulate it a little bit, which anyone who's not a fucking 10-year-old
Then you
idiot
almost
will tell you
died.
isn't going to work.
yeah.
So yeah, I've kind of just always, I've always enjoyed cars. I've always enjoyed, speed and boy things, right? But never really did the gaming side of it. And I'm also 6'5", so a realistic
Oh.
racing career was just never going to work because I don't fit in most cars to begin. But when I was in college, getting started with my career, I custom built a PC my last year of college for handling heavy editing workloads and that kind of thing. and then graduated college in 2020. So, graduated college, suddenly you're working a job and had not much else to do. So I went and bought a Xbox controller and plugged it in to my PC and downloaded the F1, I think it was F1 2022, 23. One of those was my first game. And enjoyed it a lot. It was good fun. Like anytime I had spare time, I would jump on that. So I was messing around with my controller and just doing F1. And then someone approached me because they were opening a sim lounge near me. So they basically bought 6 sim rigs, fully kitted out PC sim rigs. And they were going to put those 6 rigs in a building and people could come and rent them out and drive. And so they approached me and said, we'll give you free 24/7 access, like the highest tier membership, which is like $140 a month. We'll give you one for free if you'd be our league admin, essentially. So I was like, well, hell yeah. I'm absolutely going to do that. So I was running their leagues. I was organizing all their stuff. I was making content for them. I was doing all the things completely for free. And decided that at some point had a bit of a falling out with the owner and decided it was better for me to just build my own thing at home. So bought an Xbox, bought the cheapest wheel and wheelbase pedals I could, hooked it up, and that was about 6 weeks before our, what was that, the 3 hours of Spa that we did, the first race I did it with Black Flag Racing.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the extent of how long I've been on ACC. So my history of racing isn't particularly long.
I had a drop right there. Drop right there. You said 6 weeks till a what?
So 6 weeks before we did that 3 hours of Spa.
Spa
was when I built my.
Oh, so you were doing iRacing at this place, and then
so
jumped to.
Wow. We're doing Assetto Corsa, but then I did, I think, about 3 months of iRacing before. My first race on iRacing was the Daytona 24, which was fun. Great way to jump into it. That's been my favorite race of all that I've ever done. It was fucking awesome.
The Daytona 24. We
it was
do it this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But so my racing career isn't very long.
Oh
no,
there
it's disgusting. It makes me angry.
What's up?
Am I back now?
You're back. Hey. You said your kids.
If this gets too bad, I'll just drop. But
it's
I'm trying to stop them. But
you're good.
You're the life of the party.
No, I know. But well, why don't we roll before we continue on? You actually sent us a setup, which will make everyone else feel better about how slow they are. So let's watch that, and we'll come back in. So here is the balls. The balls rig.
All right, so this is my rig, made entirely out of wood, a couple of 2x4s, and then took apart a wood pallet to get it all together. It's unpainted, unstained,
No way.
just a bunch of wood stuck together. So the most interesting part of my rig is definitely the seat. This came out of a 2023 Kia. So to buy this seat brand new, I think they said would cost like $2,000, but I got it out of someone's Kia that they had totaled, so I bought it for like $100, which absolute steal because it's the most comfortable thing in the world, and it has lumbar support built in, so I don't have to buy anything to support my back, which is awesome. So onto the good bit. I raced with the Moza R3, the cheapest thing I could buy. I literally just wanted something that I could use, nothing crazy, nothing expensive. Just something I could get started with, but I wanted it to be direct drive. So this is the cheapest direct drive wheel on the market that works with Xbox, so that's what I got. And then I have the ESX wheel with the Formula mod on it, so I like it. I know there's been some people who don't. The only thing I don't like is the clicking sound.
Oh, you're one of those.
That sounds pretty shit.
Okay.
But other than that, it's fine. It does the job. Then I have my controller over there with headphones, which again, I bought the cheapest headphones I could buy. So these were at Target for essentially nothing. They cost like $40. So bought those. And then gloves are just my old work gloves. So I used to take these with me to work anywhere I went. But then got a new set, so these just sit here now. And then Xbox, and all the shitty cables are over there. I included a strip of light that kind of wraps around the whole thing. That's just because I really don't like racing with, like, in a bright room, but I want there to be some light. So I added that at the base, partly just because it makes it look cool, but mostly so that I have some semblance of light happening while I'm driving. Pedals are from the Moza R3 bundle, and then I have the brake performance kit, which is, I need to replace that because it's it's starting to wear down. And then the screen is an old screen that I bought when I was a student at university. It's really bad. It's not a good screen, but it's what I had, so I threw it together and made it work. You can see I have it kind of touching the base itself, so it's a little bit damaged. But I'm not going to use this for anything else ever again, so that's fine. And then it's attached to my rig with
the fucking adjustable arm there.
Reason being is I wanted the screen as close to my face as I could possibly get it, so I attached that so that I could lean it forward, put it right up against the base of the wheel, right up against the wheelbase, and yeah, that's the rig.
Wow.
Real high performance shit happening over here.
I'm still
That's amazing.
I'm still yet to meet a really fast driver that has a really good setup. Like they're all like driving on fucking
what are you
old
saying?
That's a piece of shit. No, that's no, but they're all like driving in laundry baskets with sawhorses and like a fucking plastic chair. Like, and it's so demoralizing. You're like, I'm sitting here like, I wonder if I adjust my rig by 1 degree, like tilt the seat slightly forward. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fucking crazy, man. Like, mad props to you. I say that seriously. Have you ever been arrested in the past for filming? Is that something that
for what?
For filming vertically? Is that something that
have I been arrested for filming vertically?
Is that not a crime in Iowa? You would be. You could actually be shot in Australia legally for that, and we don't even have guns.
Normally, I wouldn't care, but now that I know like what you do, I'm kind of concerned that wasn't much higher quality.
Why would
I was
make
ready
it
for like some dynamic zooming and all kinds of back, B-roll.
Some like dramatic music, it's like one South African.
Planks of wood.
Planks of wood.
What about like
That's
the
amazing.
slow dramatic, like you stepping towards the rig, like the B-roll, putting your gloves up, yeah. And all I wanted was you to film horizontally. That's all. I think that's
But does it,
racer, another fast racer that drives on a piece of, used to drive on a piece of shit.
Yeah, his old plastic chair. Yeah. So
The first money I ever spent on that rig was the chair.
That's
Before
crazy.
that, I had like one of those kind of shitty fold-out gaming chairs. But then decided if I'm going to be doing 3-hour races, I want a chair. So I went to a scrapyard, and someone had totaled their Kia the day before. So I was like, give passenger
That's
seat.
perfect.
Yeah.
So that rig and everything is like 6 weeks prior to joining ACC.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You built that
crazy.
yourself? Like you did all the bit of a handy dude yourself? Good for you.
Does it wobble at all? Does it have any structural issues?
A little bit. I want to redo it, specifically the like vertical part, because right now it's literally just 2 2x4s holding the wheelbase.
Yeah.
At some point, I want more than the actual child's wheelbase.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to have to put a little bit more support in it eventually. So I'm planning on restructuring that a little bit. But the other thing is when I move the chair back, my whole weight actually goes off the back of the rig. So whenever I get in or out of the rig, the front lifts, which isn't great.
Most people won't know what it's like to be an ogre, will they, Balls? It's just like the life of an ogre is like, like what about those like plastic garden chairs? You know those cheap plastic garden chairs? How many of those are you broken in your life? In
my life?
Yeah.
I used to do that thing where someone would be sitting on them and you'd go fucking kick the leg out from behind it. So I've broken a few.
Yeah, such a motherfucker. I love it.
Yeah. That's about having fun in Iowa.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So we were talking before about the lounge and it not being a real sustainable model in our opinion.
Yeah.
You were working there. I don't understand these sim racing lounges. Mm-hmm. Do you know what those rigs cost? Do you want to tell us a bit about it? Because it never makes sense to me as a business proposition.
So if I was to take a guess, I would say each PC was probably around 1,800 or so, just for the PC itself. The monitors, they had these like wide, so they didn't have triples, they just had wide,
The
like
ultra
really
wide.
wide curved monitors. I want to say probably $800 each, and then they had Moza R12s with each rig had both a circle wheel and a like GT wheel, so you could choose which one you wanted.
What do they cost each? Those R12s? I have no idea.
The R12,
yes, $800 with the wheels and pedals.
$500. Yeah, wheels and pedals total, and then they had a third party wheel pedal set that was really fucking cool. So each wheel set, pedals, base, I'm guessing probably around $1,000 each with the seat too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like $5K per rig.
Yeah. Did they have a certain brand rig that they used, or was it just kind of a
I think they
generic
use track racers.
track racers? Okay, that's
Yeah.
common.
Yeah, I got about $5,000 a rig, so that's not that bad. But
It's
then
not
with
that bad,
rent,
but
the
rent.
place ever full? Like
You
it
have
feels
to
like an
get
event
the-
space.
Yeah, so you have to get also you can't just buy like regular Assetto Corsa. You have to get the business version, the commerce,
Yeah.
whatever version of it. Every time you buy a mod for your game, you have to buy 6 of them. There's a lot of intricacies that go into it. Yeah, I bet it's cool. If you are one of the people who pays the $130 a month, you've got this like high quality rig that you can go in and use. But yeah, business model wise, like someone like me who was spending 10 hours a week at the business or 10 hours a month at the business, why would I not build my own at home, even if I'm paying for it on credit?
Yeah.
Which as you guys have seen, I'm not going to pay $5,000 for a rig. Why the fuck would I do that when I can pay $400 for a rig?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
It's interesting because I don't like to go from like very high end stuff. That has to be almost a weird transition to go from like an R12 to an R3 and like amazing pedals to like the lower grade. So it's like that has to be difficult to drive. It'd be hard.
There's ups
I
and
think.
downs. Obviously, I think the force feedback was the big one for me, going from an R12 to an R3 because.
Do they clip just all the time?
Yeah, my R3, I'm literally nonstop clipping. Anytime I go around a corner, that force feedback is red because I want to feel something. But
for those of you that don't know, clipping is when the force feedback. Think of force feedback like a budget, right? Like it can give you so much information, right? And 3 Newton meters is nothing, right? So if you turn in, then you've got the weight of the tires. If you hit the bump, the apex, that's an extra thing you've got to use the Newton meters for. If someone bumps you from behind or the car steps out, all those things. So I've never clipped below 10 Newton meters if I have my wheel dialed down a little bit. But like 3 sounds like nothing. Like, is it? It's tough to drive with that, or you
very.
used to it?
That's actually why I enjoy the Ferrari so much, is because the Ferrari you get a lot of the force feedback on the initial turn in. So when I'm turning in, I get a lot of force feedback, in comparison to other cars where when you start turning in, it's a very slow, gradual increase in force feedback. So with the R3, I can actually feel the car when I turn it in, and then mid corner is just kind of like wee. But that initial part is the part I'm interested in. So
does it just feel like understeer when it clips? Does it just feel like that? Like you've lost? What does it feel like? You used to it?
I think it's so. Like the best example I can give is the at Kyalami when you're going down the back straight. There's a kind of like left-hand kink in the straight.
It goes downhill as well.
Yeah. So that whole left-hand kink is clipped. My force feedback's clipping the whole way. So it just feels like I'm just holding constant. Like the wheel doesn't move at all. So in some ways,
that's a very
it's
snappy corner too. That's kind of snappy.
So in some ways, it's really helpful because I'm not doing all of this in the middle of the corner. I can just hold it where it needs to be. But that's obviously not what I want to be doing. I want to feel the car. I want to be more involved. But
does it suck the most when you lose the car a little bit of that? Is that where it's probably at its hardest to work with? Like not feeling the back come around or the wheels start to do its thing?
By far, the hardest part about not having a lot of force feedback is whenever there's elevation changes, especially if you're in a like front engine car. So the Lexus, when you're driving the Lexus at Nords, that whole like final bit of the infield where it's just a lot of fucking up and down and up and down and up and down. Anytime you go over a hill, it's just guesswork, basically. Like I'm just
Yeah.
I'm hoping turning the wheel enough is going to work. Once the car lands, okay, cool. Now I know where I am again.
So yeah, so it sounds like it's almost the feeling of like it's almost frozen, I guess, or like not on ice, but like everything is just muted. So people are talking in the chat. Did you think it makes it easier or harder to drive compared to when you were on the R12?
No, I mean I think that's also tough because I didn't ever do ACC on the R12. I was only doing just Corsa and then a little bit of iRacing. But you definitely don't feel as much. So when I go back to that place, I can jump in their GT3 cars and like 2 laps in, I'm back. Like I remember how to drive on that rig. You know, the car feels intuitive. The little things make a big difference. You know, when I hit the brakes, I'm having to actually use the wheel to keep the car braking in a straight line. Whereas on here, I know if I hit the brakes, it's just kind of stay. But yeah. But I'd always prefer sim racing on shit equipment than not sim racing because I'm saving for good equipment.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
awesome.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the way it must be.
Yeah, you know, you gotta build up to that. It's half the fun. You know, adding to your rig is really fun. And you're younger. You're in your 20s, right? You're in your mid to late 20s, and Grays and I are entering the death zone, as they say on Mount Everest. Yeah. So we're at the point where
I'm sure the
we can
phrase
afford this
401k
shit.
has been popping up a lot for you guys recently, huh?
No, we what's 401k? But we have all the equipment and the time to do it, and no fine motor skills left to use it. It's you know, it's also like I think about this a lot too. Is like I watch my son, and he's 6 years old, and he plays Rocket League like it's so natural to him. And even you probably weren't young enough to have these dexterous games, but you still were probably like 10, 11, 12 when you started. Like I remember the hardest thing for me was playing soccer on a Nintendo controller with 2 buttons and a D-pad, right? And then I didn't play games for like 15, 20 years. And then we get the fucking PlayStation, like FIFA, and it's like you've got kick pass, through pass and that. And then you've got hold this button and it's an alternate button. Then you've got this and that, all those things. Like it's like, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, it's just like it doesn't work, you know? And sim racing is one of the reasons I like that. But like, I don't understand how people play first person shooters on console. Like I can do it with a keyboard and a mouse, but I can't do it on a controller. That's like, you guys are unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I don't do any other gaming. I only do sim racing. So I don't.
Me too, because
that's what I'm talking about.
Actually,
the only reason I have a controller is because you can't plug headphones into an R3.
Oh, okay.
This motherfucker.
Interesting.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Now, he streams as well, so this is going to come back. I mean, it's actually true. If only you knew. I've got some wild arthritis. So it's technically it's only triggering for that reason, but yeah, it's so you've played a game that a lot of us have spoken about, and you know none of us have experienced. You used to play iRacing, right? Sure. At this place, right? What's the difference between iRacing and ACC? I've always been curious.
For me personally, iRacing just is better across the board.
Pray tell.
It just is. One, the whole braking on iRacing is just better. You're not doing the whole put your foot down, hold it there. If you do that in iRacing, you're locking up and going straight. There's no.
You do that in any real car, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the big thing about iRacing for me is that there isn't any random drops in grip, where it feels like on ACC every now and then, that the way the cars handle, the way the cars slide, is it kind of feels like it slips a little bit and then decides actually I wasn't supposed to do that. Kind of.
Feels a bit floaty,
that's the
right?
best. Yeah. Well, it's like this grip, and then it briefly decides, okay, this person has clearly turned the wheel too much. Now they're supposed to be sliding, but then it thinks, oh wait, I miscalculated that wrong. No, they're not.
Yeah.
It comes back, that just doesn't really happen in iRacing. It's a lot more consistent. It's a lot easier to predict what's going to happen, and you can just carry more speed. It feels like in iRacing.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Like
I have a confession to make. I've actually played iRacing, and
boss.
I will say, it is probably the best for making real habits, like carrying speed through corners and consequences. Like it's not like ACC. I feel like you get a lot more understeer as a default, rather than like snapping and losing the back. Like it really, iRacing, I feel like there's a lot of looking back on what you did wrong, and you can see, like, I carried too much speed, I held too much brake through the corner, and I lost the back. Or I tried to ask too much of the tires, and I understeered. I feel like, especially like GT7, the Simucade and that, like, the grip is on or off, and there's no saving it, right? Like, it's just that. But iRacing as well is, like, I know Gray's probably don't believe me here, but he's like, the graphics look too bad. But I will say that GT7 probably has the best graphics. I have my head up my butt when it comes to graphics and stuff. I always thought I wanted the best of the best. But once you get into iRacing or something like that, and the quality of the racing, how often you can do it, and that stuff just kind of slips away. It's like the racing is so good, it feels so good.
Right.
Like it's
I think
just
the other thing that can't be overstated about iRacing is how many cars there are. Like, I can go from driving something that's slightly bigger than a go-kart into driving a dirt road fucking big rig, you know? Like,
the variety
is amazing, and it works just as well on dirt as it does on tarmac, as it does on whatever. So that I think is the big thing about iRacing, is that, like, if you're bored, you can jump on iRacing and there's something to do, you know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'll agree with that. And then one of the big drawbacks is, like, it's a monthly subscription, and, like, you have to buy each car. It's not just like you get these packs like DLCs.
Per track. It's insane.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, when you see these games coming out, like Evo and Rensport today, like, they're so low quality, and you spent all this money to now you now are invested into a game $100, if not more, once you start buying DLCs here in like 6 months, and, like, it sucks. So I can see that.
I'm not excited about. Project Motor Racing, I am very excited about.
We'll come back to those in a second just to finish this out. I will say, though, I'll pose this to you guys. So the way it works for me in iRacing, here it is, nice, is so when you get initially set up, you guys may not know this about me, but I'm a bit of a Porsche slut, so I like Porsches. So I bought my 3 Porsches. I think 4. I bought the GT4, GT3, the Cup car, and the hypercar. Haven't bought another car since, so that's probably like an additional. I got it on sale 2 years for $7,000. Okay. 2 years for $80, and then I got. So those cars are like $12, so that's $50. And once you get past that little cost, all I do is I mostly race in the P Cup or GT3 series, and I just race I just buy the track once a week, like if it's one I don't have yet. And that's not that big an expenditure if you think about it. I mean, like, for our league, for example, if we could buy a new track, do you know what that would do for our league if we could just buy, like, Sebring, you know, for ACC, and it would make the experience so much better for everybody. And it can't be understated, you know? And, but what was I going to say? Oh, we're talking to the, sorry, gotcha.
I'm talking to the chat.
So, that said, so iRacing, we've established it's the best. All the jealous Jonies in the chat will never know the joy that is 8-bit racing. But ACC, we know, let's talk about ACC. They came out and said their final update will be another livery one, which is like, you didn't learn from the last one where you fucked everything up.
Well, they already paid for them.
Get ready for a week off Xbox drivers.
But everyone on Reddit was saying, like, after what you did last time, keep them. Keep the liveries. They're not doing anything for us.
I'm using custom liveries anyway. Leave me alone.
Yeah. It's so stupid. So that one there. So that they all but basically admitted that game's dead.
Yep.
And they're just going to keep it alive until AC Evo is good, which is like, I don't know. It's like, we're not going to treat your cancer until this, like, AIDS is ready over here. It's not a good proposition.
No, they're about to put out like 0.4 update for Evo, so it's like it's not even for like to the 1 yet, where it should be like a base game.
Let's talk about that. If you have to release something where you're like, it's so bad we can't even call it version 1, don't fucking release it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or if you release it, don't make me pay for it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like going up
for something.
It's like inviting you guys over for dinner and being like, "Here's a tray of steaks and uncooked steaks and this and that." Like, here you go. Like, here's dinner. This is dinner 0.1. You know, we're hoping in the future to be able to cook it, but not right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. You get your pizza with one slice, and it's like the rest will be here eventually. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But you still got to pay me $20.
And the slice is inedible.
Yeah.
It's not working yet.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
stupid. Before we go to
Pieces
the big R word, which is not the one you're thinking of, you mongrels.
It's probably
GT7 is also doing it. We were talking before the pod about how everyone seems to be doing this desperate, like, beat you to the. It's like that saying they have in the media, right? It's like we've gone from trying to be right to being first, right? That's what it feels like is happening in sim racing right now with all these titles. Gran Turismo has basically left everyone nothing good. And then all of a sudden, these games get announced, and guess what? They've got a new track, which is Yas Marina. They've got the Ferrari 296 coming to the game. They've got telemetry data now. And it's like, this game is dead. Where was this shit? Like, where was that shit then when that happened? So we're seeing all this stuff. Everyone's excited PMR. I don't know how they did that, if it was marketing or something, but I have just automatically been very drawn to that game compared to the other ones. But let's start with Rensport. Apparently a complete fucking disaster.
That's okay. That's all. I got it.
Yeah, they're guessing in the chat here. It wasn't
I
any
was
of those
waiting for what
words.
that was going to be.
Rubber dubber ding
look,
dong is the actual word.
I'm so disappointed at Rensport, dude, because this game has been out for years. Like, they've been doing actual sim competitions on Rensport for years, and the fact that they released it today and it looks as bad as it does is just shocking. It's so bad. The fact that, like, the comparison being made to what Rensport is it's somewhere between GT7 and ACC.
Yeah.
ACC was released in
not good.
2017. How are you a worse sim than ACC when you're supposed to be the premier sim racing experience?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And GT7 is really popular, but it's a simcade. It's not.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's not.
GT7 is beautiful. It's.
It
I
is.
think they fucked this one up too. They fucked it up. They should have had a career mode or something like that. I don't know if you guys have played it because you're both Xbox players, but no. But we're talking about GT7 for a split second. It's a beautiful game.
I think the cool thing about, like, GT7 feels like a game for people who like cars, versus where ACC iRacing is a game for people who like racing. And those I don't think are quite the same thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like GT7 very much has its place, because if you're a car fan, buy GT7. It's fucking awesome. You get to drive whatever car you want. It's sick.
Especially with VR, man. That thing's outrageous.
Yeah, exactly.
VR.
It's fantastic. Like, I won't buy a GT7, but I have almost nothing bad to say about GT7 because, like, it's sick. But Rensport's not supposed to be GT7. It's supposed to be the best sim on the market, and it just isn't. It's just shit. Like, how are people not getting any force feedback from a game that's fully functional? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very disappointing. So yeah, Project Motor Racing is. I'm excited about that because, from what I've seen, people look like they're struggling to drive Project Motor Racing a lot.
Yep.
Which is a good thing, because a lot of the cars that we drive on sim, when you get into those cars in real life, they're not easy to drive. That's the point. They're not supposed to be easy to drive. So I know there's people who have got mixed feelings about Project Motor Racing because they say it looks too difficult, but great.
Well, going back to iRacing for a second with the latest update, they've got a very similar thing going on to what they're talking about, which is cold tire management is horrendous. And then you have to qualify on cold tires and start the race on cold tires, which adds another element. But it's like, it's really cool, like, to do that. So I saw those things and I was like, because I hear people say all the time on ACC they've got cold tires in this, and I don't really feel it. Not like iRacing or anything like that. I don't feel anything related to.
You'll lose a few tenths in ACC, but on iRacing, your outlap,
a couple of seconds, 3 seconds.
Sector 2 and 3 are 2, 3, 4 seconds slower than when they're warm. It's crazy.
100%. And I like that. What I like about it too is the gradual grip coming in. You go into turn one the first time, you're nervous. The second time, you know, it's still a little nervous. Then it's starting to feel comfortable. By lap 5, you like turn it in, you feel that engagement between the force feedback and the track. you feel connected. And I've always felt really unconnected to ACC. Like with their grip, I feel like it just loses too quickly. It's probably because I keep driving that fucking Porsche. But GT7 has the opposite problem. You have grip and then you don't. There's no in between. It's like on or off, and it's wild. So let's talk about PMR. So what I'm excited about with PMR, so fuck Rensport is what we've all agreed.
Yeah.
I love that we can have triple capability. I love as one of the league runners and owners that it's privately hosted servers because I'm sick of what's it called shit. I saw a story today. Someone was saying that when the article, sorry, the Reddit thing about ACC officially being dead because they're not doing any more updates.
Yeah.
And someone said, like, between the no updates and the server problems they've had lately, like, they've almost killed the game. Like, they've killed it. And we've spoken about this. We have seen a massive decline. Not massive. We've seen a pretty decent decline after all this shit. Like, I mean, I know Premiere for me kind of sucked. Like, I was like, well, fucking every race, like, gets disconnects, and I hate seeing that shit. I don't want to win to someone because they disconnected or lost. It's really unsettling. So I've never seen an actual disconnect that was related to the game in GT7. I've never been kicked. I've never done that one there, but they only have small servers. So I hope PMR can deliver some version of that. One question I've never asked, do we know what their server sizes are going to be?
No idea.
No clue.
I'm sure that's information that is available. I don't know what the answer is.
I hope that. Does anyone in the chat know what the server sizes are going to be? Because does this not come out 2 weeks? 2 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah. I think what excites me about PMR is that it's PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Doesn't matter. You can race against people. Like the crossplay between all three with an actual sim that has GT3 cars, LMP cars, hypercars. You know, you can go back and do classic cars. You can do whatever you want. They've got all-wheel drive cars. There's no all-wheel drive cars in ACC. Like, true.
I wish.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking forward to. Is that like we're not going to be limited to who we can race against based on what kind of console, what kind of computer they have. It's like you just race against other people who are on this game at the same time. That's exciting to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like Salt said this, that we have to take something with a grain of salt, but according to Reddit, 32. That would be pretty good. That would be an amazing size for a console one.
That would be good.
Could be, but I mean, GT7 is 16, and if you want a commentary person in there, that's another spot. So like, it's 15. So it's like, and then like in the league I was in, they do a safety car, so that's 14.
Right.
You know, like it's not that big, but
Right.
I'm excited for it. I think I'm set up mentally for it to be acceptable, but not great, and hope that it, picks up steam over the next period of time. What about you guys? Yeah. Are you bold?
I mean, I think what I'm hoping it has is what all these other games don't, which is like full course cautions, a pace car, like all those things that make it more like a real game. I get it. The physics will be different. They're using a whole different company, so it's going to be, there's going to be pros and cons, but I want like those other things that are missing in the race, which is like, red flags or having that virtual safety car or whatever, where everybody has to bunch back up because somebody crashed and they have so much damage they can't move, like I don't want it to be like you can always drive your car back. I want it to be realistic, like in that way. I think that'd be awesome.
What would you like to see out of it, Bowles?
I just want it to work. Like if the physics model makes sense, if there aren't any major issues between different platforms, and if the cars are actually half decent to drive and not dog shit. That's what it comes down to, is like make a game that I'll enjoy driving by myself, make a game that I'll enjoy driving different cars by myself, but also those cars against other people, and I'll pay for it. I have no issue with that.
It'll give us the ability to have a lot more fun as a league too, to be like Fridays we're driving old Porsches, like for fun night and all that stuff. And
Miatas. I mean,
is there Miatas so far? Miatas, one of the funnest fucking things to
video.
drive.
It looked like one of the clips I thought I saw Miatas. I mean, LMP cars, hypercars. Like we've been doing GT3, which is fun, and the cup cars and the GT4s. But I'm ready to do some like other stuff that I haven't been able to do because I'm not iRacing.
I'm very excited for the Mercedes CLK, the GT, that classic old
Backflips
group,
time, baby.
That's a Group C car, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Was that-
originally? That was.
And if it's-
'cause that was.
Am I thinking of the right one?
That's the
one
It's one of the
CLK.
best cars ever.
That's the one that backflip going down
okay.
the Mulsanne Straight, right? I wonder if we'll be able to drive it on the old Le Mans track without the kink in it. That would be super cool. Like to have that massive straightaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm driving
Well,
the
Coach,
Mazda. Yeah.
Do you guys watch Dave Cam at all? That guy on YouTube, he's pretty great. He's an iRacer, but he does all this stuff. He had said this thing a while back, which I agreed with it. I didn't think about it at the moment, but he said the slower the car, the better the racing. Now, obviously, there's a limit to that, but
Every time.
I remember I had a race at Sebring in GR86s, which aren't that fast, but I went from 5th to 2nd on the last turn of the last lap because I just nailed carrying the speed. And it was rewarding me and punishing them for bad habits, and not like they couldn't just GT3 power their way out of it,
Right.
And that's so cool, right? And it's also slow enough that if we bang doors together, you don't die that often. You can, but it's just a lot more fun and chaotic. I think that would make for a really good rookie series, if we head that way with the league.
I want the best drivers in a Miata. Put the best drivers available in a Miata against each other. That's where it's at. That's the good shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just all I'm going to say is they have rules in actual Miata series about how you're allowed to bump draft.
Yes.
Because of how often people are bump drafting each other in Miata series. They have rules about how you're allowed to do it. So, if there's a car that we can have all of the best people in, and people who want to compete against each other in this absolute shit box, where your foot is basically on the ground for 70% of the lap because it's going slow anyway. That's the good shit.
And everybody's in the exact same car, so it's all about the skill of the driver. Yeah. I mean, Earl Bamber, who drives, I'm pretty sure in the IMSA. Whatever their version of the hypercars, he drove Miata 2 weekends ago in one of the Cup races, and he's a gold driver, insane.
I think Cup cars are one thing, because the Cup car in ACC, the Porsche, is still fundamentally it's a GT3 car, right? It's a fucking quick car. It has its challenges, but it's fundamentally still a very quick car. But yeah, I think someone mentioned if you put all of the best drivers in ACC in an M2. That you're going to look at me and tell me that wouldn't be an incredible race? It would be
unbelievable. Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
M2 game.
I actually think that was my favorite, probably series. It was so much fun. You could roll that damn thing. Oh, it was that was our first ever one. Was that our second one, Make? I think we started in that Lambo, right?
Yeah, you did the Lambo Trofeo, and then you did the M2, and then you did the Cup car.
I had the weirdest relationship with that Lambo too. I set I think a low 35 at Misano in that car, or I couldn't drive it. I was off my tits in Misano in that car, or I couldn't drive it at all at Monza. I just had the weirdest relationship with that thing. I could not get it. I could not get it across. It was bipolar or tripolar. It was a wild car to me, but fun. But the M2 series, I remember the race at Imola. That was such a good time because you got those little curbs that could send you to Valhalla. I love fucking Lambos. Don't get me wrong. I love a good Lambo. So I'm just getting shit in the chat here. I don't know if you can see that, Paul. You following the YouTube chat? Yeah.
The amount of sexual innuendos you've made in the past 2 minutes about this Lambo is just awesome.
I just want to touch it. I want to be the Lambo.
I mean, Lambos are beautiful cars. I mean, regardless if people like to drive them or not.
I actually had one for the weekend, Huracan, and they are
all right. Shit.
I've had quite a few. I've been pretty lucky actually. I've had, these old things. I had a Cayman GT4 for the weekend. I had a Ferrari 458. I had a McLaren 650S, and I think a 570S actually, and a Lambo. And I had a few others too. I had a Ford Mustang, Shelby GT. I had a lot of cool cars for the weekends, right? I used to do really well for myself. Life was good. But then now I'm stuck with you fucking peasants. But no, but anyway, the one thing that always stood out to me was every one of those supercars made you a better driver except the Lambo. The Lambo was like, fucking try it, mate. Give it a go. Do it. Press the gas. Fucking
what
do
happens. Yeah.
Yep. Change gears. I've always said change gears. It was like a sledgehammer up the anus. Like it was just like brutal, but fun, but really brutal. My wife almost put it into a canal because she got in the car to drive it, and I was like, "Go, give it some gas, give it some gas." She would change to third, like at 20 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden, she wouldn't go. I'm like, "Go, give it some gas, go." We come into this little street that's like going onto the main promenade, and then there's all the restaurants and that there. So finally, she pulls out in first, floors it, almost like runs out into the road, almost puts us into a canal. Oh god! So, but that's what my weird thing is with Lambos. I don't know. It always feels hairy and scary, which I guess I do. I look that way, so I shouldn't judge. But yeah,
I mean that's the point of a Lambo. You don't want a Lambo because it's a pleasant driving experience. You want a Lambo because it's either you're going to kill it or it's going to kill you. There's no
you buy a Merc if you want a pleasant driving experience.
right.
Bear with me a moment, and I will. Squid just asked a question. I will get you a picture, real quick, of what I look like in a McLaren. I have one.
I can only imagine. I've seen those pictures with people that grab their knees and like squeeze themselves in and out, and it's like,
this is my problem. I wouldn't fit in a supercar. Like I just, I couldn't physically get in.
You just got to want it.
Yeah.
So it's here we go here. Let me see if I can bring it up. So how do I do this using technology? You know, it's one of my strong points. What, technology?
No.
Or just me being amazing?
Yeah.
How do I bring up a picture, Grace? I can't even remember how to do that.
Well, you have to present picture right next to right next to you. It says present, and you have to load it in.
We're either going to see a great picture or a bunch of porn.
Oh yeah.
I'm just sending it to you on Discord, Grace. I don't have the.
Okay, we could do that too.
I don't have the man capabilities today. The man abilities.
It's all right.
There you go. You should have it now. There you go.
Yep.
Is that too tiny for anything respectable?
It should work. Let me find it here. Maybe find it.
But I would actually have to pick out of all those cars. My favorite was the GT4 Cayman. It was so much fun. I didn't fit in them. Are you fucking stupid? The McLaren has these race bucket seats like this. Like, you know, they come up around you like a race seat. I had to sit with my ass cheek on one of them. But
Nice.
what am I going to do? Like not drive it?
Yeah.
You know? Like it's...
You figure it out.
Yeah. No, we're going to answer it. You are a dickhead, and I'm going to answer it anyway, but we still love you, Squid.
Here, I'll just pull up the screen. Yeah. Did it pull
So this is what I look like. This is what I look like in a McLaren. And I'm not being silly either. That is not the windshield coming down around my head. That is the roof. So
yeah.
It's
super.
The orange safety belt though is nice. It keeps you protected. It's
yeah. That way I'll only decapitate half my head off instead of the whole head. Oh, that looks way better. No, do that 3-1 again. That looked way better. Oh, wow.
Like
Why
that?
didn't you do that? What do you think, Balls? We'll vote. We'll vote.
I like this one too.
Yeah,
Oh, the kid's back.
We normally
child
use
is
this
back.
one, but there's only 3 of them.
Look, the child is back.
Oh, hey.
What's up, Marnie? But sweet. All right, so we got a few more questions for you before we go on a couple other things. You've seen the podcast. You know the question. 3 vehicles. Money, no object. And remember, this is also your audition for my apocalyptic team. So if you don't want to be on it, answer accordingly.
Okay. Okay, so I feel like if pretending I'm not a 6'5" fucking giant human being, my first answer is going to be the Ferrari 330. Just because I fucking nothing has ever been more like no inanimate object has ever been more pleasing to look at than a Ferrari 330. I don't know why.
Set the scene for us. Set the scene of that car for you in your head. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like the love for my. I'll give you an example.
I do, but I don't think anyone wants to be in.
Oh,
it's
that sexy. That's
me.
Sexy.
Yeah, that's
What
a
year?
Yeah.
Like you're talking about like a newer one or like an older 330?
This was like one of the first hypercars they ever made. I'm thinking of the right one. One second.
The 92. It had 92. Yeah.
Mine is so. I'll tell you, mine was the Lamborghini Testarossa.
The
in
330
white.
P4.
P4. Okay, I was looking at the P3.
I didn't even know that car.
P3. Yeah, P3.
Yeah, P3. It's
P3,
beautiful.
P4, I thought. Just unbelievable.
You're not picky, yeah. Mine was the Testarossa down in Miami with wearing fluoro clothes, and I'm like a banker or something, and we go do like hardcore drugs every night and forget we have a family at home. Like that's kind of my vision for the Testarossa. You know, like that.
That's
What's
like
yours?
Tuesdays though, right? That's
that's every day. We go home on Sunday to get changed, and then we go back out.
right.
Yeah, Testarossa is like reminds me of like 1980s like Wall Street tycoon.
Well, it's basically the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But no, this thing is beautiful. I'll bring up a photo of it.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Oh, that's like a fuck you. Like, oh wow,
That's 100%.
that looks like that Mark IV Ford, doesn't it? That what is that Ford I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
All right,
just
so what are we?
it's
What are we
unbelievable.
using this for, Bowles? Just to turn heads?
Everything. If I could have one car that I could take around me all over the world, and just anytime there's a racetrack, take out that car and go driving, it would be this.
Fucking
awesome.
sick. All right, what's number two?
Beautiful.
Number 2 is going to be that big fuck off 6-wheel Mercedes truck that Richard Hammond took to Dubai. They made the G-Wagon.
It
Yeah,
sounds very
Six-wheel
similar
version of
to
it.
the one I wanted.
The Australian military commissioned it.
I don't know
and
this
then
one. You
they-
have to bring this up too.
yeah.
They made
Bring it up.
a civilian version of it, and I fucking knowing I'm a 6'5" massive human being, this would be my pick.
That's amazing. And what would you use this for? Just to fit into, like,
That would
or
be-
you have
yeah,
like
that would be
zombie
my daily
aspirations?
That fucking
Okay, so we're just fitting.
I'm going
Right,
shopping,
okay.
going to work.
The
That's
Brabus
that's my guy.
6x6. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, I know this one. Do they make this in a truck body as well? Did I see that once with a little utility?
Yeah, it's got a
on the
truck
Yeah, that
bed.
one. Yes,
Trying to-
the
Oh, they
Brabus-
only come in that. Right. Okay.
yeah.
Here we go.
All right. So we're not using this for the
That thing is so
apocalypse. So you're coming out a little slow here. So what are we looking
Well,
for? So
it's
it's
not for
it's
the
not
apocalypse. What are you
pulling
talking
it
about?
oh, we can. You just didn't say it. So I'm just like I'm being needy. All right.
Okay.
But
Alright, so you want like an apocalypse vehicle?
I want you to join my apocalypse team.
Got it.
But I want everyone to join it. Our compound.
Yeah.
God.
I feel like for my third pick, I'm just gonna pick that the Lambo yacht that came out recently.
Oh, the one that Conor McGregor has.
Yeah,
That is a fuck you boat. I'll give you that. Like
it's a fuck you boat.
that is
I
a
want that.
fuck off boat right there.
Yeah, he had that at did he have that at the freaking race in Monaco?
He was in Monaco. Yeah, I don't know if he went there, but I know he was in Monaco. So Squid's got the island. All right, that's good.
There we go.
So I don't know how we're getting it.
any water transport needs, I want that Lambo boat. That thing is
Oh,
so
yeah.
sick.
Can you imagine that?
Like I'll
Like
just
that-
live on it. Just live permanently in international waters.
There's a bunch of different versions. There's like a big one and a small one. There's like more of like a daily like kind of luxury boat, not like a huge yacht. Huh. I'm just looking at it through these photos. Anyway, yeah, that thing's cool.
Yeah,
it's huge.
that thing. I want that.
Yeah.
I live on my channel.
Yeah,
there
I
we
hear.
go.
I hear you.
Them's-
Okay.
them's my pick.
Well, that's great. That's good. I like that too. Is there? I mean, like that boat. Let's say I feel like man-made craft. That's fucking got to be up there. I think like an F-22 Raptor has got to be up there.
Hmm.
Like what else is like that? Fuck you. Like there's so many. There's like cool things out there, but that boat, like a Raptor. There's that like naval ship that they had for a while, that new destroyer that I don't know if it's still in development or they just scrapped it. Do you remember that one that looked like a kind of like a boat version of a Raptor? Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
know the
Oh
military.
yeah,
that
the
looks- that looks
the
The
Grumwald or whatever it was.
that
Yeah.
thing looks fucking cool. What else looks fuck you? Let us know, chat. But like I will say, sounding fuck you, still that Cadillac that we saw at Coda Grace.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
that hypercar
that was
Cadillac.
beautiful.
Oh, I hate to say it because I feel like I should love the Aston Martin the most, but that to me is like otherworldly.
Yeah.
This is just like, I wish everyone could, because it reaches this
you don't
perfect
just hear it,
resonance
you,
and
like,
you feel
feel
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It was
I
amazing.
mean, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in person, but just listening to it through like a good set of headphones, any video clips that you see, you just listen.
Oh
to
yeah, coming out of the pits
Yeah,
where it goes from the electric to the gas. I mean, it's
That
amazing.
sounds so cool. When it does
Yeah.
that whoo, bang, and it sounds like an
Bang, yeah.
explosion. Like, yeah.
It does.
It's actually, it sounds like, when you used to roll start cars and you have to pop
Yeah.
the clutch. It sounds like that's what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
I guess essentially they are. They're using the energy instead of people to do that. But that's cool. All right, Balls, one more question for you before we keep going with other shit. You are in a car behind Balls.
Is it the balls question?
I don't know. No, hear me out.
Am I
Don't
getting
jump
the
to
balls
conclusions
question?
yet.
Go ahead, Larry. Tell
Don't
me where this question comes from, you little shit.
So, I guess you could call me a little shit, you giant fucking knuckle dragger. But so you're in a race. You're in second place. Think of Imola. There's a guy called Bowles ahead of you. All he has to do is not choke, and he does. But let's say he didn't choke,
Hypothetically.
and you get to punt him off the track. Hypothetically, and you get to punt him off the track and take the win. And it is purely for your satisfaction. I know it's probably going to be me, but I'd like two answers if I'm one of them. Who would you send to the Shadow Realm for either absolute vengeance, joy, amusement, whatever you want? Who is your number one? Go.
I mean, it's obviously you. I feel like
I knew that.
even when we're in the same team at Nords, I'm gonna find a way to punt you. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. That's why. All right. So now, not
I'm
me.
gonna drop
Who
your
you gonna
tire
get?
pressures to like negative before you get in the car.
I don't need
But
any help
I
crashing
feel
that car
like
up the north.
I feel like the obvious answer here is I'm gonna 180 this situation and do it to Chuck, right? Like
Yeah, get yours back.
that. Yeah, it was fucking Chuck chokes when we did Kyalami. He had a spin on the first lap.
Yep.
I stood on the last lap. Just fucking let's swap that around. Pull
Yes.
a me. Let's make it happen.
Man, talk us through that though, because it's become kind of like a bit of a legend around here, which is great.
Yeah.
But I know your tires were cooked and all that. You just fucked it up, or was it the tires? Like what? Like talk us through your.
So there's something I didn't say when I made that video explaining why I did it. What I didn't say is I changed the setup the day before to something I thought would be more stable. But it very much wasn't, and it ended up just kind of being slow. So once I had that gap, like once I came out of the pits, obviously my tires were cooked, but in my brain I was like, the gap is big, he's not going to close that, you can chill, you can take it easy, you'll be fine. And that attitude screwed me, because by the time he caught back up to me, I started trying to push and just getting wheel spin everywhere, and the car was sliding. So when he did get past me earlier in the race, I had gone deep into the second to last corner and he snuck down the inside. So when we came out of that final corner, someone spun right in front of me on that like kind of horrible double right that goes back up the hill. Someone had spun right, so I had to hit the brakes in an acceleration zone. So he closed 6/10 in that one little space. So coming out of the chicane, my thought was, obviously just make the fucking corner first and foremost, and then try and be on the left side of the road so he can't get up the inside at all. Even if it's a drag race to the line, there's just no way he can pull that off. But I oversteered. Like when I say oversteered, I don't mean the car oversteered. I mean I steered too far to the left to try and cover that inside, and just it was just dumb.
Dude.
It's like it's one of those things where you reflect back on it, and it's like, hey, that there was a couple of mistakes that I made that I shouldn't have made. We learn and we move on.
Embracing that. I mean, dude, like it's one of those things. Like most of us right now would be thrilled to get second to Chug.
Sure.
In front of you and other, you know what I mean? Like this is the levels of the game, right? It's like you take nothing away from that effort, right? That drive was outstanding, and that's the thing, right? It's like when it's like a couple of boxers having the best fight of their lives, and two champions like going at it, and someone loses. Someone's got to lose.
Someone's got to lose, yeah.
But you were part of one of the best moments in Black Flag's short history, right? That was amazing content. So thank you for your sacrifice. Yeah. We can go with that if you want.
Yeah, I did it for the league.
Did it for the league. I mean, we knew you would.
You could say that.
That's fantastic. All right, before we get on to some more serious stuff, I have one question for you as well, and any Grace has. What advice would you give to these younger guys? You've been around the league a while. You're very fast. A lot of people look up to you. What advice would you give to people practicing, like to practice smarter, more efficiently? Because I think people over practice. I think people don't know when to stop and do more targeted practice, especially when you're like inexperienced, right? I think they often think that 5 hours straight of doing the same shit will get you faster. And to a degree, it'll improve you, but the rate of improvement will be much slower if you target practice. And, you know, I always say to guys that I work with, do this 20 minutes session and then do fun. Don't focus on it. Like you gotta get out of the zone. So yeah, what's your take on that?
So I learned a lot from doing endurance racing. And my big thing when it comes to races, and this is why the whole like not taking tires strategy comes into play, is Jesus. I think
to fill up my water. I can hear you.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, when you're doing racing, think that you're going to have a better result if you can suddenly figure out how to go more quickly. And I kind of use the golf strategy where when I'm playing golf, my goal is not to try and make any shots up. It's to try and not lose any. Try not play anything excessively stupid. So I'm not trying to hit the ball a little bit further. If I know that's how far I can hit the ball, I'm going to hit the ball that far. I'm not going to suddenly be able to hit the ball further. So I feel like a lot of people try and suddenly get quicker, where what they should try and focus on is doing the same lap over and over and over again, knowing how quick you are, and then doing that pace consistently is so much more important than suddenly finding 2:10s, you know?
Yeah.
So when it comes to racing, I think that the approach should be, what can I do to not lose any time, rather than what can I do to gain time?
Yes.
That's great. Because I mean, yeah, exactly. You gain 2/10, that's cool. But if you have an issue and you're spinning, you've lost seconds, if not a minute, by the time you collect it and maybe have damage and everything else. So that's really good.
There's a big part of it is just like be honest with yourself, with what you can do. Be honest with yourself about how quick you are, and that's like at the end of the day, if you want to finish a race and be happy, right? Like you want to be glad with how you race, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to say, I know that this is my lap times. So these are the lap times I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do 40 of them, and at the end of the race, I will be happy with that.
I think that actually describes my race this weekend at Watkins Glen. Like I wasn't very well prepared for it, had a lot going on, and I just was like, I'm going to go out there, stay out of trouble, and just turn laps. And I shouldn't have taken tires. I probably could have finished 8th if I didn't. Those sneaky motherfuckers who noticed the pit stop wasn't on, but I finished 10th, which I was very happy with considering the company I was in and the lack of practice at that track and in this game. And like that's it, is like just not like like you said, it's not all of a sudden going to be like, oh, I'm doing a 145. You're not going to wake up and go like, if I break 50 meters later, all of a sudden I'm doing 142. It's like it just doesn't work that way, right? It's Let's say a lap, like let's say the best lap is a 144 at Watkins Glen, right? To get from a 155 to a 150 could be done in a couple of days. To get from a 155 to a 48 is a little bit longer, and then it just people don't realize that when I started getting into reading telemetry, I was really disappointed with the answer. It's like when you go to a doctor and say, "Hey, how do I lose weight?" and they're like, "Eat less food." It's like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant like
how do I keep eating
when
the
you
same
read
amount of
telemetry,
food and then also lose weight?
No responsibility. But when I started reading telemetry and looking at it when I was GT7 brought it out and stuff, I thought I'd maxed this track out, and they broke it into 9 sectors. This track, it was Barcelona, and my biggest loss to the fastest lap was 3/10. Everything else was 0.050, 0.1, 0.07075, all that sort of stuff. And that's when it really hit me that the improvement is so incremental after a certain point, and that's, it's wild. And people don't realize that. They just, when they're sort of younger, newer at the game, they get locked in on the biggest thing I see is people trying to break too late. They think that like the latest you can break is the best you can do. They don't prioritize action.
Generally speaking, you'll never find time if you try and break later. That's never going to make you quicker. It's only going to make you slower if you break late.
Yeah, absolutely.
When people learn about racing, they hear about the whole like late braking and who can be the last of the late breakers. And there's a disconnect between knowing who can be the last of the late breakers and realizing that situation applies to actively making an overtake and not every lap. Because if you brake early, you can exit quicker. It's just
I mean, we had, what did we have? We had, the other thing too for me is with newer people I notice is patience. We had a battle with you in the car when we did Indy together. We were against Chaotica and Coma Copa, remember that? And Siam. And we had with us, who did we have with us? Why am I not drawing a blank? Oh, Nate. Yeah, Nate. And we were trying to get around forever. We had the pace, but he was defending so well. But you still had the patience. We hit him once, but that was like an hour-long battle, like just waiting and not just shipping it, right? Like it's, you know, in iRacing, you can start from the pits. And most races, you can just pick up 10 spots by just not being a dickhead. You know, and that applies if you're the last on the grid, middle of the pack. Like it's hard if you get hit from behind, but yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
The last iRacing event that I did before I left the Sim Lounge place was the 12 Hours of Bathurst. And that year, of the 12 hours, it rained for 10. It was the worst Bathurst you could have possibly done. My team started 35th. In the first 2 hours, we had two massive accidents. One was because the Ferrari spun right in front of us, and there's just nothing he could do. And the other one was that, like, as you're going onto the back straight, he tapped the inside wall, and the whole wheel just fell off.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So I think in the first 2 hours, we had about 28 minutes of damage. So we were 42nd. We didn't have a single crash the rest of the race. We weren't the quickest people. We just didn't make any mistakes, and we finished 6th. We didn't overtake anyone. I don't think we made an actual overtake. But you drive your race, drive your pace.
Things will happen.
Don't stop trying to gain time. Start trying not to lose time.
No,
exactly. Yeah, that's great stuff. It is really good stuff. Grace, you got anything for us?
Oh man. Well, after all that deep conversation.
You got anything to
no, not necessarily. No, I mean those are some great questions, and I'm good. I'll skip my turn. No, I think this was great. I don't really have, all I really have is just some one make reviews to go over. And
we got to talk about the race and stuff. We still got a bit to talk about. So
that's what I'm saying.
Well, let's talk about the Enduro quickly. So it's the Nords. We have an answer now that I told some people we would probably allow a fourth driver, but that was struck down by the powers that be as 3. So we are now doing 3 drivers in an 8-hour event. We are still holding our start time out of respect for the West Coasters. So it'll be a 9 to 5. We were talking about 8 to 4 to kind of balance it out, but we have Eric over there in Alaska, and I don't know if what's his name, the Australian guy. Why am I drawing a blank here?
Flurry?
Flurry, yeah. He he wants to do it, that'll be great. So we're doing that time. 3 teammates. I think registration will start sometime this week. But that's it there. I have been lucky enough to team up with Monsieur Balls and the Panda. So I am happy to be an anchor, not like the fast driver that brings it home, like the dragging weight that holds you back and stops you from doing anything. What about you, Grace? Who are you teamed up with?
Well, first, what car are you driving? You doing the Lexus?
We are.
Balls was, the Lexus.
What did you hit me up, and because we have been teams, but the last 2 we met out to drive together because of scheduling. But you hit me up and said you wanted to do one particular car. What was it?
I wanted to do the Honda.
That's right, the NSX. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the thinking behind that?
I love it. I love that car.
Just you love it, yeah.
Just
because it's shit, or just because it's good?
I don't understand I don't understand why people say it's shit. I genuinely.
I've never driven it, so I have no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drive it in GT7, which I never use as a reference. It's a great car.
Yeah, it's still my fastest lap at Indy is still in that car, and we did, we did a 20-minute race at Indy, at Damage, and even then that car is still quicker than I went in the Porsche. It's still quicker than I went in the Lambo. Like, I love it. It's so good. But then I thought about how long the straights at Nords are, and decided I want to be in a car that can't be overtaken on the straight. So Lexus it is.
Yes, and it rotates as close to an MR car as any of the front FR cars, I think.
It drives beautifully. There's like 3 places in the lap where I poop will regularly come out of my butt, but
Yep,
we'll just get
Go
over it.
Brown.
that's amazing. So that. What about you guys? Talk to us. You have
Man,
teamed
so
up with a couple of
so
dudes.
yeah, so I put out in the endurance chat I wanted slow people because if I'm teamed up with fast people and I'm the anchor, as you were saying, I'm going to push too hard. I'm going to go beyond my limits, and it's going to ruin the race because I'm going to crash at Nords instead of just pacing myself, hitting my points, and finishing in a decent spot where I'm happy with my performance. So I put out the word that I needed some teammates, and he changed his name, so it's M Crit now. Said he was interested, and so is Bubba Mac. So we've been practicing. We were trying the Ferrari. MX Crit is set on the Porsche. I need to talk more to Bubba Mac. But he keeps telling me, I'm getting like 849s. And I'm like, you keep doing this, I'm going to kick you out of the group because you're getting too damn fast. Like, I'm talking like 9:15. Right? Yeah, I'm like a 9. Like, I can get under 8 minutes or under 9 minutes, but like, it's not consistent. So I don't want to be pushing it. Like a 9:10 and no accidents, I'm completely fine with for 8 hours. So we're working on that. We're the Full Send Society. That's our logo I made, and that's freaking cool. And yeah, it's gonna be yeah.
We do.
Chat GPT and Artlist or whatever that other new thing I'm paying for, but it's super cool. But no, we're gonna do great. We're just got to figure out what car we want to drive. I know we were talking earlier, Larry, and it's like we should focus more on what the slower guys can drive. Right now, I don't know if it's me or Bubba Mac, and see what they're comfortable in, and then the faster guys, which would be Crit, should adapt to that. So I think that's maybe a strategy we should try. So I've reached out. They haven't responded back yet, which is no big deal. We got like a month to learn the car. But yeah, we're going to be in something. It's going to be exciting. 8 hours, 3 drivers. So we're going to have to figure out how to split it up, figure out how we're going to stream it. And so that all that works out, we're going to have to do a lot of coordination, but it's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, man.
I love Nords. I drove it for like 2 hours today. With damage off.
I sit here now and think about streaming the 8 hours, and I'm like, that sounds terrible. But the 6 was really fun, and I could have done another 2. It was like long, but it was easy, especially if we split up. Maybe Bowles will have to do a commentary shift as well. I think he'd be great at it.
There we go.
Yeah, I think as long as we figure out what times we're driving, what times we're not, we could probably coordinate it. Worst case scenario, it just sits on like whatever spectator view and is just doing its thing while we're driving for a little bit, and then we come back to it. Who cares?
I think we can get that done.
It's
but
like...
what was I going to say? I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great event. We've got those what are those fucking things called? Those fucking rotor people. Like,
they're back.
I need to. I was almost going to drop and just say, you guys got to take Chug or something. We got to represent here. Like, we got to do that. But next year we'll do it. But I'm very excited to be racing with these guys. I'm going to take it very seriously. I feel more comfortable in the Lexus. Like, I feel like the Porsche is just so punishing, especially at that track. Like, it's fast. The rotation of that Porsche is outrageous. But it's very, very... Hang on, what? Did you just discover we could do that?
I forgot we could do that because we normally do it on the stream, but not on here.
Oh, now I can just make it full screen. There we go. But yeah, I think it's going to be very exciting. I think those rotor guys, the Wheat Bowls, we've been talking about making a pro team. We actually haven't. Have we spoken about this publicly yet? I think we've mentioned it. We're talking about making a pro team to start representing the Black Flag name in different events and stuff, kind of like Rotor's doing with us. What do you think about that idea?
You asking me?
Yeah, you. I said Bowls at the start.
That's it.
Would you be interested in being one of our pro drivers? You get paid in one set of free stickers, but you don't get the double pack. You got to pay extra for that. You got to pay the additional $3 for that.
I can live with that. As long as the application isn't feet pics, I can live with it.
Yeah,
that's fine. And we will write you a really nice letter of recommendation for any jobs you go for in the future.
Perfect.
Yeah,
because I apply for so many jobs.
Exactly. Well, I mean, if you never know what you need,
we'll come to
I'll give you a
Iowa
fake
for
review
a photo
anytime.
shoot. Yeah,
the amount of job references I've given that I had no idea about in the past was amazing. All right, cool.
Just life hack for everyone. No one ever checks your references on your resume. Make them up. No one gives a shit.
I did get cold once. I did get cold about it. It
Yeah,
was
I mean,
amazing.
don't put
I think I'll.
fake numbers on it, but
Yeah,
no one
there
knows.
we go. Sweet. All right, so let's talk about some of the series we had. So in the past week, let's start with the one make.
Well, the one make, we've had 2 weeks of it. First
Correct.
week was at Brands. I was lucky enough to be able to race in it because the government shut down, so my trip got postponed that I was supposed to go on for work. So, yeah, it was a good race. Let me think back. It was a hard-fought race. Brands is always difficult. Even though it looks like a simple track, it always throws a curveball at you, especially on that back blind right-hander up the hill where you just got to send it. And we had a pile up there in the beginning.
You're talking after
Yes,
the back straight?
yeah, the back straight, and you come up kind of over the hill, and you take that left, and then you go toward the finish line. Yeah, like there was a crash there, and then people just kept. It was like some of those videos you see from like Macau, where it's just like people just keep hitting and hitting.
Boom, boom, boom.
Kind of like the Porsche race at the Surfside or whatever that was in Australia.
Oh, yeah,
where they just
very
piled.
much, yeah.
Wasn't that bad, but it was pretty close to that. I don't have all the totals right in front of me right now, but for Brands Hatch, the final for
Got a
remove
shameless
that.
plug.
Yeah,
Shameless
sorry.
plug.
Yeah. Let me try this again. There we go. So Brands Hatch, the top three was Nate, Noah, and Panda. There was one thing I wanted to bring up.
Nate.
Yeah, dude, killing it. One thing I wanted to bring up because there was some confusion. I think Chug on that last turn crashed and jumped to the pits, and he went from 4th to 7th. But then it said he didn't finish the race, so there was some confusion of like what position is he in. So we go by whatever ACC says and SimGrid says. So he jumped to the pits, so he didn't crash anybody as he was trying to limp his way back around on the final lap. So that decision was made. So that's good to know for everybody. Like, you can take that hit, but keep yourself out of the way for all those front runners if something unfortunate like that does happen to you in the future. After that race, we went to Alton Park, which is the one I really wanted to do. I really like that track. It's the first race I did with Black Flag, I believe. I was in the Porsche back then and did laps at Alton Park. Not very well, but I did them. And I think I stayed off of everybody for the most part, which was the goal back then of like my racing career, was to not piss off this group and get kicked out immediately for sending
all those people we kicked out.
Yeah, I know, right? So
4 people or something.
no, yeah. Well, I was just leaving another group that was kind of hostile about stuff. So anyway, yeah. So good race there. Weather was nice again. That's a fun track, but if you touch that grass, like you're just gonna get sent to the back 40. You just slide on that grass forever. I don't know what kind of modeling they put on the grass in these games, but there's no way you would slide that far. But anyway.
Maybe.
Anyway, I don't know. You have to be going pretty fast. But no, it's an amazing track. The back end of it is super fun. And we had a good showing there as well. There's the top 3 from there. We had Chug, Noah, and M. Crit, my teammate for the Enduro, the one that wants to run the Porsche.
Wow, let's go.
Yeah, so they did excellent, and then I'll just jump to the finals, the current standings right now with the drop race. It's currently Noah and Chug and Ragged. So with the drop race added, that's how it's looking. And it's going to be
with only the top 10 getting points. It's a very sad looking scoreboard, isn't it?
It is, but the only top 10 are getting points. We are going to adjust that next season. I talked to the group and we kind of did a little back and forth, and I think I'm going to use the DTM rules, which is top 15 get points. And what I'm going to try and do is do like a pro and an AM, and then split it up so it's like everybody at least gets 1 point every race. So I think that would make it more interesting doing a pro and an AM. So if we get enough people, that's how we'll split it up. And yeah, no, it's been a great season so far. Next week we are headed. Well, this week we're headed to Kailami. We spoke about it earlier. Yeah, we're back there in the Mustangs. It's going to be an amazing. Amazing race on Wednesday. Can't wait.
Your home track there, Balls.
I
Yeah.
love that place.
Have you
You
ever
been
been there
there?
in
Yeah.
real life?
I actually had a race around there this weekend. It's fantastic.
No, in real life we're talking.
Oh no, I've never been there in real life.
Never been there?
I didn't
Oh,
know,
man.
I didn't know it existed until I started sim racing.
Yeah.
I just thought it was. I thought it was in Japan because it sounds more Japanese than South African. But yeah. What do you think about the Ford? You're not such a as I am a Porsche slut. You are not a Mustang slut like all the other front runners.
I'm not a fan of the Mustang.
Yeah, I don't like it that much.
No.
It could just be a confidence thing, but I don't feel it's one of those cars where I don't feel like I can push in it.
Yeah.
You know, we did that 3 hours at Spa, and
Yeah.
I was tiptoeing for 3 hours. You know.
Oh, you're in the Mustang?
Yeah.
That was back when I was
very
racing a ton. You and I had a great battle there, right? You were fucked up, and I was hunting you down,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I
and if we'd had one more lap, I would have got you.
I think
like
20
it
minutes
was-
left in the race, I got like 6 minutes of damage, 7 minutes.
You
of
hit the
damage.
wall or something, and your wheel was
Horrendous
missed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I literally was driving completely turned left for the whole. the whole like,
And I
last bit
had
of the
wheel
race.
disconnects. Noah had wheel
Yeah.
disconnects, and it was the three of us. And then in the end, you got that damage.
Yeah.
I was good,
It was closing in.
and I think it was like one more lap. I probably would have caught you, and because you were like really fucked up.
It was
You were
close,
like
yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like
think
it was a great
I was
race.
doing
though.
like 2 minute 40 per lap around Spa.
Oh yeah, you were like
2:45
dying.
those
Like,
last few laps. It
I was
terrible.
hunting you down. It was like I got excited, but I was happy with second. Though that was a fantastic race. All right, so let's talk about what was the premier race, prospect race that weekend. That was
We didn't have a prospect race. It was the premier race the other day.
Yeah.
Are you
Have we
talking
not had a
about way
prospect race
back?
since?
Let me look.
Yeah, we have to have had one.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of that race. Let me figure it out here.
I think it was. Did I do the commentary at that one? Yeah, I went live on the wrong thing, didn't I? Wasn't
Oh,
that me?
that's right. Okay, yeah, you
What track was
did.
it? Why am I
forgot.
drawing a blank here?
Yeah, it was Zandvoort. The one we
Zandvoort,
did
that's
Zandvoort because we did back-to-back Zandvoort tracks.
Oh, can't miss
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause
catch
we-
that race at all, Balls?
I caught a little bit of it, not all of it, but I did watch a bit because I remember seeing.
Buddy?
Yeah, my teammate Artie doing a last first.
He got disconnected. He friggin' starts hunting people down, and just he was a Max Verstappen at the F1. Like he kept charging, and it was unbelievable. And then he caught Sim Racer, and made probably two of the dumbest passing attempts I've ever seen. Did you see that shit, Grace? He tried and
I
he's
rewatched
always-
the whole thing. Yeah.
always a gentleman, like always really like respectful in that. And I think he was just, I think it was his biggest competition that day, and it had just been a day of just passing people. And he was like, "Let me through now," and then he finally got in. But it was just, I don't know what made me laugh so much. It was like, really, all of that drive for the last 15 minutes led to that,
Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah,
I
it was good because I was with Roy Mustang. His son was driving, and we were just paying attention because we knew he was going to fly up through the field. So it was just like, all right, where's Artie at? Oh, Artie's 3 behind me. And then it finally got to the point where we're just like, let him by because we're having good, solid race. We're not hitting anyone, and like we're having a smooth, consistent lap time. And we had great communication back and forth. But he just flew past us. I was like, okay, that's out of the way because there was no. I mean, it's not like I just slowed down, but I was like, he's going to pass me on this straight, and I'm like, yep, there he goes. He's passed me. But it was a really good race. I had contact, I think, at one point with Webo. I think he got touched, and then when I was trying to go around, he kind of tagged me. Minimal damage to me. I don't think it caused any damage to him either. He didn't go to the pits, but no, it was
Probably
a solid
damaged
race.
his feelings.
Yeah, it was. No, I messaged him. I apologize.
No, I was joking. He's just very British.
No, yeah, he is. Yeah.
But also, massive shout out to, I can't remember who it was, but I think it was MX Crit and Sim Racer early on really got away. Like, really, Sim Racer was looking really, really good there.
Yeah.
Early on in the race. I know he got away. He got away with someone. And was it? Oh, no, it was MDJ, that 2002.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then I think he got wrecked, but an excellent race. couple little dum-dums here and there, but that's what you
No,
expect.
yeah. I mean, Runks had a good race, if I remember right. HRH George always has a solid race as well.
King George, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a good, solid race. I mean, there's a couple people didn't show up. I mean, I think like Taylor's is normally there. He couldn't make it. I don't know if Arm the Homeless made it.
No,
I
Greg
think
was there. He was
Avispa-
in the.
Was he
He
there?
was in the. He was in the AMG. I think at first showing of the
Okay.
AMG in any race this season.
Oh
right?
yeah, it's the one where you showed that it can go off road up into the sand, and then it's like a caravan. It just goes everywhere.
I was like, here's Greg in this beautiful car, and then he just goes flying off the track, and I'm like, I'm fucking rolling with this. Let's
That's
go.
right.
Like,
Okay,
here's
you're right.
Greg
Yeah.
showing the versatility of this car. It can go on the sand, on the grass. It can even drive on the road
Perfect for
sometimes.
the beach. Yeah.
You know, that was a great race. So hopefully, I think Artie with the right diet and exercise could probably be in Prospect in 4 to 5 years. Sorry, Premier in the next 4
Yeah.
to 5 years.
He might
Yeah,
make it
if
to
he-
prospect one day.
Yeah.
One
If
day,
he, wor-
he might,
if he works hard and focuses and stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
he might get there. Yeah.
He
So,
might be able to get there.
certainly wasn't in line to get a podium when he replaced me at Premier.
What's up, Coma? What's up,
Yeah.
Coma?
Yeah.
So,
Oh. But yeah, no, that's what happened. Then was there a premiere in there too?
yeah, we
I
just
can't
had
remember.
we just
Yeah.
had Watkins Glen, the one.
Oh
that Paul's
yeah,
missed.
it was so nice to watch it on Webbo. Webbo did a great job streaming it. I don't think you had many disconnects, which has plagued the premiere series.
But that was what was interesting was Hunter's server we've been having some problems with. It went down that morning, so we moved everything to an East server, and it was much better. And I think Hunter really wants it on his server because he gets a better connection, which I don't blame him. Why wouldn't you as an admin? And it doesn't seem to bother us East Coasters, but the Europeans seem to suffer. But we can't assume that it was that, but it did look pretty good being on the East Coast. But Rain got spun lap 1. Yeah, I think I was
Yeah,
right
there
behind
was
that.
yeah.
This was coming into the left-hander before the last 2 corners, right? Someone hit someone, spun them. I think it was Boothie accidentally took someone out. And then the gentleman that he is desperately tried to cut across to get off the track to wait.
And
But then in the process took someone else out. It was like, oh, Boothie. But for me, I was just sitting there and the oceans parted. I was like, thank you. So I went from I lost a spot off the line because Got King is a cheater and he started ahead of me, even though he was behind me. And he's going to be investigated for that. But I went from 16th to I think 12th or 11th in the first lap. Just the same thing we were talking about earlier, Bowles, about just being patient. It'll happen. It'll come to you if you're just not a silly sausage.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really great. That was a great race. Chug, I had a funny one with Chug. Bard was in his GT4, absolute gentleman at getting out of the way. Coming out of the second to last turn, he's on the right trying to get out of my way, but he's too far ahead of me and I want to pit, and Chug's behind me, but I don't want to slow to a crawl behind Bard. So I go around him, do a track cut back in, but I don't want to hit Bard. And I don't think Chug was expecting that. So he came in and cut through the pit line as you do on the last turn.
Yeah.
I bump him, kind of my fault, totally my fault. Bump him, bump Bard. It was basically one of those, I'm trying to help, and I could probably hear both of them through my headset just being like, don't fucking
What
help.
are you doing?
Yeah,
just
stop.
get out
Yeah,
of the
you're
way.
not helping. Stop.
Stay where you are.
But it was a really, really top-notch move when I started it. And then when I did it, I was like, that didn't go quite as well as I thought it would.
Every dive bomb is superb when you begin the dive bomb.
Oh, yeah. It's like some Leroy Jenkins shit. Leroy! And then you hit the wall and you're like, oh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
But,
get the Jenkins bit.
Exactly. But sweet. All right, so we have some things I want to talk about quickly. And I think, Bowles, you would be a great potential addition to these questions. I would like to host an end-of-the-year awards show with my colleagues. And I want to have it be in an Academy Award style where we have categories and people submit people for said categories. And then we have votes, and then we award them, and we'll have envelopes and everything because I like stationery. Sue me. So I have a few right now I'd like to read, and maybe we could discuss some. Most likely to take everyone out on lap 1, turn 1. That would be a good one. We don't have to name names yet. We don't want to influence them. We're not the Hollywood press. We're not corrupt yet. Racing moment of the year, driver. Discord funniest moment of the year. Best Discord contributor. Best performance versus expectations, meaning, I guess, most improved. Best commentary moment. Best commentator of the year, which is just basically for weather. And that's what I started
What?
with.
We did an amazing job. What?
Yeah, but we don't have that accent. Well, I do.
We
Everyone has an
don't.
accent,
I
guess,
know.
no.
We don't have the accent.
But we
Yeah.
don't say go.
Literally,
Yeah.
you two have amazing accents. I'm just an American.
Yeah, you're like the white bread.
Everyone
Yeah,
but me on the show right now. Yeah.
you white bread.
Just yeah.
So you guys got anything you want to add to that? Any ideas? Chat?
think-
Anyone?
You should
I think
do like an
fuck up of the year.
overtake of the year.
Yeah. Overtake of the year. I think livery of the year would be really cool. I think like
Best roll of the year. You know, we had a bunch of people roll.
we had a
cars.
couple people roll. Yeah.
Mojo's
Best.
got to be a pretty. Mojo at Bathurst has to be a pretty damn big contender for that.
Oh yeah, that one.
It was so mesmerizing. I fucking crashed into it. I just couldn't stop watching it.
And whoever just posted the video where it just went to slow motion and they're just like flying through the air. I don't know if they rolled or not, but it was like perfect. Yeah.
That,
some good accidents
We should
would
have
be funny.
bottle of
Like
the year.
yeah.
Bottle of the
What
year.
are the-
Bottle
Oh,
it up. Yep.
Is that fuck up of the year eventually?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
That'd be
Fuck up of the
perfect.
year. Yeah, bottle of the
No,
year. We'll call it
yeah.
that.
I think what did I text? I texted something in our group chat for the admins. I was like, most like audacious things said in the chat all year, and I said something else. I think that was the funnier one of the two, though.
We should have the Larry Award. It's just
Yeah, what would that-
Larry.
what would that
Larry
be
gets
for?
to choose someone to get the Larry Award.
yeah.
And do I get to pick whatever the award's for too?
No, it's just the Larry Award. You just get to pick someone to give it to. There's no reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh yeah, you get a Larry.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm
Yeah.
down with that. What are some other ideas? I think like what would be?
I think.
What about the little engine?
I mean, like
that could?
actual driving standards wise, I feel like you should
I
go
like-
have like defensive drive of the year. It's like someone who held people up.
Yep.
Or like
Overtake. yeah.
Or like
yeah.
individual drive of the year. So I'm thinking Ghost Stroke at what was it, Bathurst, where the prospects had all those crashes. And
Was that Ghost
went
Stroke
from
or-
like
We missed
last
that
on the
one.
grid and he
Yeah.
finished, like fifth or something.
That was when we were at
just didn't have
Coda.
any crashes.
Yeah.
Oh no, me
That's
and
awesome.
me and Cian watched it. When
Yeah,
we were off.
yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Or like something
yeah.
like that, where it's someone started way at the back and somehow ended up way
Yeah.
ahead of where they should have been. You know,
That's pretty
Just
funny.
show
Wasn't
her
that
an
one?
awesome name, George.
But
Stupid.
I would like to open this up to submissions. People will have to maybe make a channel for it or something.
No,
We've
just
gotta get-
DM Larry all day. Every day.
I fucking love that. So
Larry's
Yeah,
mistress of the
man.
year.
exactly.
Ooh,
We'll
that's
put
a
that
good
one out there. We also, I think, so that
Top-
one's something
yeah.
we're going to be doing.
Top Malacca. That'd be a good. One.
We
yeah.
we do have an update as well. Well, not an update, but the 420 race is
Sure.
going to happen sometime soon. So we're going to look
420
for
race.
registration for that.
Yes.
And then the last thing is that I have on my calendar is when PMR launches, we are potentially going to have races that day and figure that out for everyone that gets it. But I think we'll be sticking to our regular scheduled races on ACC.
Mhm.
So those that aren't buying it or aren't ready to buy it yet can still have some racing, but we'll do something around that. There will be. We're closing out for next year, getting ready for next year. There will be another draft. There will be new captains. There will be teams. There will be new events. There will be a survey going out soon about some registration. If you're registering for it, your skill level, where you expect it to be. We will be not doing a promotion and relegation race this year because we just have too many new people and like we've got some very high class drivers in prospect and vice versa that we need to get around. So next year though, starting from then, there will be promotion relegation after every series. We are moving to weekly races instead of bi-weekly, which is the big news. What do you think about that, Grace?
I think that's great. I think it's gonna drive a lot more competition because some people have 2 weeks to prepare, and it's going to cut down on their preparing time. So those people that like don't have all day and work, like it's gonna get everybody together and maybe be a little less like locked in on each track. So it should be really exciting. Kind of like how the Mustang's been for the one make. It's like some people like, this is the first time I've ever been here, like the day of the track, and they're going to take that 1 hour to practice like ahead of time. So it's pretty exciting. I think that's a good idea. Any announce the other Wednesday thing, or are we waiting on that?
I think you should go ahead and announce it. I think
Okay.
as well.
So
just remind them what it's in addition to.
Yeah, so in addition to the Wednesday one make, we're going to have a Wednesday GT4 series. Right now, it looks like we're going to be alternating every other Wednesday, so that will be the one that is kind of, as the Prospect and Premier are being every weekend, this will be the one that kind of rotates every other week as a midweek competition. So we'll vote on the next one make. I'm going to do it more like a soccer season, kind of like where you have Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, and then the top ones will compete, and then we'll just be voting on what the next one make will be. And then, the GT4 series is going to be opening up. I know a lot of people want to drive GT4, want to see it more as a separate competition, as well as how it's in the mixed events on the Premier. So that's coming up, and that's what. And then with Tuesday, we're talking about Tuesday Euro potentially.
Oh,
Still working on that?
No, we're not. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, is our first our first sprint races, which will be for the Euro trash of our league. So we'll announce that. We'll do a follow-up announcement because we only got a few people watching now and not many watch this. But 3 p.m. Tuesdays for now, we're going to start testing the European market. We actually have a server on behalf of Gondola that is going to host it, so the connection should be really good, at least for the Euros. But lots of exciting stuff to come up. Next year we'll have the, like I said, I think between Christmas and New Year's will be the draft. I can announce now, looking at the schedule like I did, that the first race will be January 10th for the new Prospect Premiers. And and then we go from there. I think in January there's no breaks, but then we have Easter. So how it's going to be now is we're going to have 4 seasons in a year. So instead of these long drawn out ones, which we did just because it's too much work to keep doing this every time, but I think it's going to be easier just to have 10-week series, a little break for an enduro, and then get back into it. But I'm really excited for next season. We haven't quite figured it out yet. I'm talking with another league that I do a little bit of iRacing with about maybe just combining with them, but we are going to start bringing in some iRacing races. I know there's quite a few people that are scared because you all attack and boo and hiss at them, but there's a lot of people out there, closeted iRacing fans here in this league, and I know Bowles would be in iRacing in a second if he had the choice.
Never.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that as well. But so send the ideas for the categories. I think we'll do 10. Does that sound good? 10 categories, maybe more.
Yeah.
We'll do 10, 12, whatever it is. We'll have an awards show. We'll do speeches and everything where you thank God, and then we kick you off. We turn the music on when you talk too long.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be great.
I'll turn the music up as they start talking. I got it all set up. I can do that for sure, yeah.
But the harder you cry, the longer we'll let you talk for. Like, if you get really emotional, we're going to use that so we can cut it up and use it against you later. But, I think I'm good, man. Do you have anything to say, guys? You got anything you want to add?
I just want to say thanks for people that bought merch. The merch store's up. If the links are all in the Discord if you want anything. Got a bunch of cool stuff there. I appreciate everybody buying stuff, and it's working extremely well. And then those that just donate to the PayPal, it's always great to keep the servers, keep the fire in the oven, keep them servers warm and keep them moving, because I like to have all the races up all the time to practice. So it's really awesome. And there'll be more stuff coming out eventually. Maybe a holiday discount code. I need to figure out how that works. But appreciate everybody that already got a bunch of stuff in the mail, and keep posting photos and stickers and your hoodies and everything that you got. It's awesome.
Great Balls, you got anything you want to add?
Just thanks for everything you guys do. It's a fun. I like Black Flag Racing because there's the top tier kind of go ham prep racing, but then also I can jump in on a random Tuesday and go fucking around with someone trying to hit the apex
Yeah.
first for 20 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the point, is to have fun. And I think for a lot of us, this is good fun. So we appreciate what you guys do.
No, appreciate you, man, and thanks for
Awesome.
coming on. You're great. Might have to have you do a guest podcast hosting one day when one of us can't make it. I think you'd be really good at
There
it.
we go.
But
Absolutely.
sweet guys. Well, thank you for missing volleyball too to be here with us tonight. What you still going to make it, or is it you missed it?
Yeah, that's in like 2 hours time. I'm good. I'll be there.
Oh, you're going to make it. Good for you. There you go.
Perfect.
What? Tell me what your volleyball game is like. Not bad. Are you
I
the
have
fence
one,
guy or the
I
back
have
guy?
one skill, and it's be 6'5".
Yep.
You
Stand at
just
the net.
stand there with your arms up.
That is the extent of my hand-eye coordination.
I love it.
Good for you, man. Sweet. All right. Well, I think I'm good. I'm not going to do that wave, which I've
Nope.
been in remission for now. Touch
Yeah.
my heart.
There you
Wait
go.
a few seconds.
Leave it alone.
All right.
Bye bye. Like
I'll see you
Queen's
guys.
wave. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
You leave?